Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And off we go in Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You want to stand against mutants?
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Seahawks drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Chased out to his right. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Last of us.
Shotgun snap to Fields. A lot of guys
My thing
there.
is, this fucking show, man. That's a little ass kid down there, man.
Picked off by Fred Warner. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Watch that push.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
From the gun is Purdy. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He just throws this one away.
Out of bounds, bro.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, It's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Moody knocks it through, and that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. There was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Returning it from the
I
4.
can't believe they got like a Pirates of the Caribbean fucking trap.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there.
We still with the song. Oh, nigga got a whole fucking
Here's first and 10
a
from the
whole
34.
like fucking what's the name type beat too.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time.
It's fucking straight pussy.
Off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow their lead off the turnover. George Kittle, the touchdown. Pressure off left, and it's blocked.
And that block's going to take a little bit of the sting away from giving up the touchdown. I'll tell you, that's exactly, if you're on that special teams unit, how you want to start this game, playing hard, executing well, and putting a little seed of doubt and thought on the special teams unit on the other side.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
That had that feature to the preview.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
Off play action. It's Fields. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and they knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Part of that defense from flying around and making the play.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fields on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it'll be 2nd down. Fields out of the gun. He'll get this complete to White. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Putting a receiver in motion. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Our score reads 9-9.
Never my lights called 6, man. 6 straps on them all the time. I'm missing the point.
About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They've been moving it well, but face a third down here.
I'm in here trying to get the word
strapped up. From the gun.
Niggas want to meet the Lord.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Fields to throw it. He's on the move. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
This is Walker on second. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attributed skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here he is on 3rd and long.
Yes.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
She had 12 rebounds.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down.
She got like 5 of them.
From the left hand, a 40-yard look. Myers' kick is good. And it's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish out the drive.
That's what I'm saying about
and he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30.
Best what you see is what you get.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er first down. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They kick the running back in motion. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Into the hands of Kittle. It's a race down the right side. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers go up by 12. George Kittle, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Fields looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He can run it.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Fields to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Man in motion here. Throw on third down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Lador. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
Let's go.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Byron Murphy there to make the play. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's got the hook up to Watkins. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. It's a design boot. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers push the lead to 20. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Sims now on the return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks chop some of the lead off before the half. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks drop the lead back to 13. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line.
That nigga
They're out and set.
nigga
1st and 10.
Spider-Man just dropped up out of nowhere.
McCaffrey running between
What
the
the fuck is
tackles.
going on there?
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Purdy setting up that play action. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Purdy on first down. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Mooney knocks it through. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff.
That nigga's not going to lose any type of way. It's just fucking shit.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Spoiled ice cream.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it's second down coming up.
Here we go.
Walker now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Basically.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Bails out of the pocket quick. On the run right,
throwing
deep down the side.
Throwing down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here we go.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so good.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by Fred Warner.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Why not? Here we go, son.
Staying with Walker. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. They've got a man in motion. Fields now on 4th. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Walker crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this time they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He fires one deep down the middle. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
He's still going at the 30. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Offense up to the line fast. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry.
Niners 26, Seahawks 18.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, son.
Running with Walker again. And he'll turn this into a solid gain down to the 14. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play,
oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Fred Warner. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Running back sent in motion left. First down throw by Purdy. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Motioning right is Ayuk. They stick with McCaffrey. Through the 2nd level at the 40. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now, with a 1st down following that last play.
39-yard line.
Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now it's a bootleg for him. He rolls to his right, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
Caught for big yards on the right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. A give left side to McCaffrey. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 5-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The 49ers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Don't jump.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. White comes in motion left. 2nd down and 10. Fields finds Smith and Jigba. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of sticks. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go.
Throwing now. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Another throw for Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing again on second down. Fields finds a seam down the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, he faced the price for moving the chains that time.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Fields on first down. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Now we're trying to keep a sliver of hope alive and make things a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth. Down a score, less than 45 seconds left. They know they need to get this back. I think the Seahawks got that one back. Yes, they did. Okay, they pulled it off. Now they have one final gasp. Either get into the end zone or leave here with the L.
How many times do we see these teams at this point of desperation late in the game need to kick and not get it? So nice to see one of them actually rewarded with all that effort. Now it comes down to the execution of this offense. Can they do what their special teams just did and go execute, score a touchdown, and find a way to win?
It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
Here we go, sir.
Back to throw. That's caught at the 4. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breaths. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. Extremely important moment here for the Seahawks as they go for 2.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. As we approach the final half minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And the 49ers are going to get this kick. They're going to hang on for the win. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division